Welcome everyone to HFN, also known as HueFin News. Today is September the 24th, 2020. We're going to talk about, on this particular video, Vechain, and update you all on where the trap is going to take the value of each and every Vechain coin that is out in the market today. Now, if this is your first time watching our video, you guys can see that we're giving you all a heads up as to where we're expecting the market to go for many plethora of cryptocurrencies in the market today. If you guys appreciate it, hit the like button and share the video and subscribe to the channel. It's that simple, as that easy, because you also can get the profitability out the market in a simplistic fashion. So you need to make sure you join us on this particular platform, and as well, you can follow us on other social media platforms, i.e. Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, even our own website. Those links are in the description of this video. Now let's dive on into the performance of what the trap has done since our last video in Vechain, which was on September the 16th, 2020. You guys can see our expectations into the market in Vechain was for the price to go lower. You can tell initially the trap, he maintained the value of Vechain. In fact, he even increased the value of Vechain following our video on the 16th. So you may be thinking, well, that was an incorrect forecast. Not at all. We still understood that in general, the market in Vechain was weak. So even though on the 17th, 18th, 19th, and the 20th of September, Vechain saw higher price, the only thing that you can tell that was incorrect on our forecast was simply where restriction was. We had restriction at 1.014, when in fact, he was able to tag it out at 0.016. That was it. But you can see since then, the market in Vechain completely fell off the cliff and came right back to our area of support, which is at 0.011. So that's 10.17%. Now, it took us a while. It took us a couple of trading days to get that profitability out the market, but yet and still the calling of stating that the market in Vechain is weak was on point. So 10.17%, time to get rid of it. It's done, it's over. This is how he performed against our forecast. He shot price up higher, came right back down to where we expected it to go. So let's go ahead and get rid of this. And we're going to look at the market now, because as you can tell, this area is trying to be maintained as support, because Vechain held 0.011 for 5 consecutive days in the beginning half of September. We're trying that once again. So considering the performance of the trap since our last video, and how we took an abrupt movement to the downside, and how price can be sustained in higher price, you already understand what the gist of the market in Vechain is. And until we see anything different, the market will be weak. The only thing that is propping up the market in Vechain is 0.011. That's it. We break 0.011 to the downside. Zoom out a little bit. Next area of support, it's going to be at 1 cent even. That's where we're going to be. So zooming back in, keep our eyes open on this 0.011. That area is going to be crucial for the trap to hold price in the market in Vechain. Now, when you look at the market in Vechain on this weekly time frame, it doesn't look like that area is going to hold in the long term. 0.011 does not look like it's going to hold in the long term, based off of what we're getting into the market price action on this weekly time frame right here. Definitely insinuates that weakness is going to continue from the trap's perspective. Monthly time frame. Here we are, 6 more days, and there is no indications from a monthly price point of strength entering the market yet. This is the support area ultimately in the long term that Vechain cannot break below 1 penny. And we just identified that previously. Market cannot hold 0.011. We're coming down to 1 penny. And looking at the monthly and the weekly price chart, that's precisely where the market's going to go. And if the overall cryptocurrency space gets walloped and massive amounts of selling, we see a bigger move to the downside. This is it. 0.008 is where Vechain is going to participate at for the next support area. So long term, we're seeing 0.011. That's the initial support area of which we are not forecasting it to hold. Next area of support is going to be 1 penny, and then 0.008 around that vicinity. So those are the 3 areas of support that we have already identified in the market for Vechain in this amongst this weakness. So emphatically, we're still anticipating some continued weakness to play out into Vechain. And it would have been another thing. It would have been very positive to see this market in Vechain once it broke this descending line and came back down and maintained it for support. But that did not occur. So you might even see for us to revamp and revise this chart to bring this around to the tops that came in from August 17th, August 17th to August 31st, the highs of those 2 particular trading days. So we're just going to move that line a little bit further out just to substantiate the weakness that has came into Vechain over the last couple of days. But again, we're going to continue to play the weakness in the market in Vechain, because on a weekly perspective, monthly time frame, we're still seeing weakness in the market. Okay, so this is it. Let's go ahead and put this forecast into the market real quick, and then I'll go ahead and let you all go. So again, we're going to TP skim off a little bit into the market of Vechain, right there around 0.011. But I'm going to extend it down to that 1 penny price, because we're definitely still seeing the market weakness in Vechain participating in that particular movement. And this is our forecast. Now let's dialogue. Where do you see the market of Vechain going? This is our perspective. We don't want to sway you. If you feel a certain way, let us know. Tell us if you think the market of Vechain is going to be higher over the next 3 or 4 days. Where will the market be in 3 days in Vechain? So leave us a comment. Make sure you maintain a profitability, and we'll talk again on our next video.